Yes, hello.
Maybe it's
Hello. How are you, sir? Yeah. Do the things. What's up, everybody? Hello, and welcome to Monday. Before we get started and we say anything incredibly imperative, we want to make sure everything is working. We switched up a couple things. We're working with a new board. We ran all the cables and they're Velcroed and looking delightful, if you will. I think we will.
We're both.
Don't do it yet. I want to make sure they can hear the.
We're both a huge fan of making all the cords look neat and out of the way. Like I don't want my legs touching it. I don't want it in the. I don't want to have to like.
It's true.
Dodge things.
It's true. It's true.
If you saw underneath this table, you'd be like, "Wow, there's no cords under there."
I have a small addiction to Velcro straps. Just going to throw it out there.
With good reason, man. That looks great down there.
Just run it tight, baby. Make it look good.
It looks so good.
What up, Michelle Hes? Good to see you.
Used a lot of Velcro. Used more than you needed.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. The only one at the very end was that little tiny cable that ran along the other little tiny cable, and they were both really weak. So, like a heavier cable will hold.
Like every
it was like every 2 inches or something like that. I was like, here we go. What I'd like to get is like one of the little, they have like these sleeves, almost like these plastic tunnels that you just wrap around the outside of the cable. They look so pro, man. What up, Michelle Hess?
We'll get there.
Let's know how everything looks and sounds. We have no idea what's going on, but we're leaning on you wholeheartedly.
What's happening?
That's what we're trying to figure out.
Where are the peoples?
Where are the peoples? Hello, peoples. Sometimes it takes a second. We're just being patient. I don't know.
We'll wait. That's fine.
Yeah, we're waiting for you guys. We're at 2. We went from 1 to 2. Now there's 2.
Here's what they're waiting for. Stand by.
I'm taking over.
Stand by.
What's that? Whoa. No, that was not bad. Not bad. Oh,
see, I got it with all that.
What up, Jen Hogan? What up, Michelle Hess? Hello, Michelle Hess. Let us know how everything looks and sounds. You're the first person to put a comment in the feed. We definitely appreciate it. But we're using some new equipment. We're trying some new things out. We had to do, okay, boom, Jen Hogan. That's what I'm talking about. Looking and sounding good. Yay. All right. Awesome. Shelly Wheeler. Hello, Michelle Hess. Hello, Jen Hogan. Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
And welcome to Monday Night. My name is Billy Floyd, and that is...
The Commodore.
That's right, baby. We're the Kitchen Killaz from Orlando, Florida, and we're coming to you live on this Monday wrap-up. And today's show is sponsored by our very good friends over at Tornatori's Pizzeria. Our good friend Denny, making it happen, baby. They are right on Edgewater Drive. You got to check them out. We've been there twice. We made pizzas there, and I had some wings. Another time that we just went to visit. Remember, we did the podcast with Funny to Informing.
Yes.
And we went there after we had some foods. Yes, and then we went there and we crashed their kitchen on a Monday night. They're closed on Monday, so right now they're closed, but we were there when they were closed upon invitation.
Yeah.
Upon
we
invitation.
were invited. We didn't just bust in.
Yeah. I mean, that would be cool. Let's KitchenKillaz. Bang. So then, Denny became a really awesome part of the show, a good friend of ours. He invited us back in again to chat and see if we could partner up. He invited us in last time. You had the tortellini. I had the prime rib. I think we should switch. We were invited back tomorrow to shake some hands and try some new menu items. And I thought maybe we should try something that we haven't had, but you haven't had the prime rib. So technically it works. So we're really excited to go back and see my good friend Denny. I wanted to go over the hours with everybody that's in the Orlando area. Tuesday through Thursday, they're open 10 to 9. Friday, they're open 10 to 10. Saturday, they open at 4 o'clock, close at 10 o'clock. Sunday, from 4 to 9. And Monday, they're closed because they must have a day of rest, ladies and gentlemen. My man Denny's putting in 70, 80 hours. And if you guys know the restaurant industry, you know.
In just 6 days.
Yeah, in just 6 days, man. Getting crazy. So we're excited to go back tomorrow. A huge shout out to Denny and Tornatori's Pizzeria. They have become good friends of ours, good partners of ours, and we're excited to see it move forward. He's already invited us back to do a full feature on the kitchen and the staff. We're going to see if we can make that happen on a Friday night, which would be super cool. Again, Friday they're open 10 to 10, which would be super awesome to be able to feature some of that food. I mean, just the food that we have. We can talk about it, but I really kind of want to show them and give them a live example. And then if you're in the Orlando area,
show them.
When we feature that restaurant on that Friday, that whenever it is, it's going to be in July. Come on by and try some stuff out.
By.
Let them know you're here to check out the Kitchen Killaz show. Let them know what's going on, and I'm sure we're manifesting our destiny right now. We're going to work in some type of discount, maybe a free dessert or a mini taste of a bunch of different things. That'd be really cool to have like little almost
spread
like
or
a flight.
Flight. That's what I was trying to say. Good.
Yeah,
good.
Flight of Denny,
Yes.
a flight of Tornatores.
Yes.
Oh, yay. It's going to be super cool, man. So we're really happy to be partnering with them. And again, they're they're in College Park, right on Edgewater Drive. We've been there 3 times now. I'm excited to go back tomorrow. It's always fun to see Denny. He operates on the same frequency and sometimes the same revolutions as we do. He's intense. The dude's running a steady restaurant. And a huge shout out to Denny and Tornatories for being so badass. So getting on with it, thank you guys for joining us last Monday. We had a really great wrap up. The Great Commodore was off fighting rebels in an unknown place that we can't talk about, but he's back. He's won. They have defeated the rebels. And
I will always win.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
am the victor.
Hello, Victor.
Look at me.
So the really cool thing
like a victor.
last Monday, even though the Great Commodore wasn't able to join us, we had Shelley Wheeler on the show with us. She was absolutely fantastic. I thought she was. I thought she was. She was in that seat.
She was using this microphone.
That microphone, man. That's right. She was in a hot seat, baby. There's only 2 of them. What up, Lynn Floyd? Great to see you, Lynn Floyd. FYI, Heather just got back in touch with me. As soon as we finish the show, I have to talk to Brian for a little bit. I'm going to reach back out to you and give you the 411, let you know what's going on. However, we've taken one small step forward, which is great.
The saga continues.
Dun, dun, dun.
Do you all know of the saga?
So, last Monday, Shelley joined us on the wrap-up, which was super cool, man. I think she did really great. She sounded really great. She was great with content. She was really good. And the only thing that I had to do to adjust at all was turn her microphone up a lot.
Knew it.
So she could, you could hear her.
I mean, you had to do that to me for a while.
Well, then you get used to it. Then you get used to it, and you understand your mic distance. But I thought Shelley did a really great, man. She was super cute. Her smile was infectious. She had a really great time. She really kept me going because you kind of let me ramble sometimes. And she was like, "Oh, what happened Friday, Billy?" And I was like, "Good call. Let's talk about it." We had a great time. Last Monday was a lot of fun. We did. I played Underworld, which is not a KitchenKillaz song yet, but I have many in the hopper that I've written over the last however many years, however many songs.
Speaking of new songs, I was going through my voice memos today.
Sure.
And I found one that I totally forgot about.
We both do that all the time.
Super fun to play. Oh man, I might even give everyone a taste when we're done.
I think you should. I think you should toss up the reverb on it a little bit. Grab your get fiddle, and at the end,
right now,
you want to do it right now?
No, we'll do it. I'll grab my guitar a little later. Maybe I'll just play a little bit of it.
That's true. So last Monday was really great. We had Shelley on, which is awesome. I played a song called Underworld, which I wrote some time ago. Give you a little synopsis on where the song came from. We got some really great comments. Thank you guys for the great feedback, man. I really appreciate that. It was a lot of fun, and I'm hoping that turns into to another one of our songs because I can already imagine the guitars and the vocals in that song. They're going to be fantastic as always. More vocals, more harmonies, more, which is really cool.
I don't know who you're talking to.
Do it. So we had a good time. And last Tuesday, we put up a poll at 12 o'clock with 5 songs on them. And then Wednesday, we went to Castledor Studios. We saw our good friend Zach Cabral and Dr. Alyssa Rose, which is fantastic. It's always good to see those guys. It was really awesome. And we got to chat with Zach a little bit about this past Friday. We got to chat with Jack and Zach about this past Friday, which is pretty sweet. And on the poll this past week was the all original poll. We had 5 KitchenKillaz songs, starting with "Smile My Love," "Wasting Time," "Mannequin," "Sunkissed," and "Walking Man."
Who won?
You got. I like it. Coming in second place, losing, almost tied with first place by one less vote. "Walking Man" was almost to the top of the spot, which is super cool, man. And then coming in at just one more vote higher than that, beating out "Walking Man" by 1 was "Sunkissed," which is super cool.
1 through 3 were within four votes.
Yeah, "Smile My Love." "Smile My Love" was 3 votes beneath second place and only 4 votes beneath first place. So that's awesome, man. And thank you guys for all the votes.
Voting, y'all.
We definitely appreciate that. That's a really great number. We love the interactions. We're always trying to, I don't want to say combat, but we're trying to evolve and adapt to Facebook algorithms. I think it's a big part of it because once we get some traction with Facebook, they always seem to kind of switch it up on us, which is really interesting because that's why the team is so important. That's why Hanging with Webb, that's why you guys are so important. That's why Jen Hogan is so important. That's why Shelley is so important. That's why Terry, that's why you're so important, man, like that. Above some amazing reasons as well, a lot of that stuff happens where it needs to be done in real time. So the pressing to the different groups and the messaging and the tagging is really important. Like one of the coolest things I have seen them start to do, let me rephrase that. I started to see them doing. They've probably been doing it for a while. Is as we're talking about somebody, they'll tag them in the comments. So if we're like, oh, we were just hanging out with Anthony Bencomo, my man Biggie. Boom, you'll see Anthony Bencomo's name pop up, and then a couple seconds later, here Biggie Bencomo comes in because we just tagged him in the video. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. That's what I think is happening.
That's our team right there.
That is badass, man. And I don't want to say combating, but I knew she was going to do it. But touching base and trying to keep those algorithms up to date, because you guys know how social media works. Like my feed is changing all the time. When I would say 2 Sundays ago, I was scrolling through the feed and I saw the first post about Kobe. And I was like, and I said to Heather, I'm riding around with her, and I was like, hey, I just heard this. I don't know. Can you validate this? Have you heard this, or should I do the verification? Should I vet this to find out if it's real? So I left Facebook, went to a browser, searched for it, found it, went back to Facebook, and as I started to scroll, it reloaded, and everything was Kobe. Every post I saw I was like, damn, Facebook, that's how fast their algorithms work. They see what you're interested in. They see what you're thinking you're going to talk about. They match it with what everybody else is talking about, and bam, there's your feed in real time, which is it blows my mind, the coding that goes into that.
That's incredible. And that reminds me when we were talking about Uber and all of the computing power that takes with all the cars all over the place.
Dude, I can just imagine their bandwidth, their server structure. Oh my gosh, crazy, dude.
In your example though, it was such a hot topic and it was such like a huge thing that may have boosted it a little bit in your feed.
Sure, it's possible. And just looking at it and then leaving and coming back, Facebook was like, oh, you're back. You must have left to check on this article that you just looked up, which tells me you're interested in it. Guess what I'm going to tell you about?
More of it.
In this article.
Get it.
It's crazy, man. So we're always trying to work with Facebook algorithms, and it's really important that we try to operate in real time. And having such a good team really, really helps it out, man. And especially the watch parties are huge. Watch parties are massive. So if you could tag your friends and family, tag people, and get them into this wrap-up, we're really trying to see what we can do. This is our first night kind of working with Tonatori, so I definitely want to put our best foot forward. And if you have a moment, we're going to put the link, if we haven't, to the Facebook page. Please go to that link, click the like button. We want Denny to see that we have an awesome community, and that awesome community is supporting the other passionate people in the community, which is what we're all about. So click that link, go there, throw a like if you wouldn't mind sharing it on your page. I really want Denny to see that we have a great community. We're working hard. I want him to visually see that change and see that evolution.
And what are we asking for? We're just asking for
Ricky Claire, what up, dude?
Couple little extra taps there.
That's right,
just
man. Rick,
boom,
let me know if you
boom.
got the thing we talked about. Okay? Bam, bam, bam. That's true.
And then go to Tonatori's and actually enjoy.
Dude, I'm excited
like
because in the Central Florida area, man, we're going to be at Tonatori's sometime this year. I'm imagining in July. It's going to be super cool. We're going to be there for a Friday night.
It's going to be July.
We're going to do a full feature there at the restaurant. Please come to the restaurant, sit down, have some amazing food, and I'm pretty sure we can work in some type of special, whether it be a free high five or a delicious cannoli. Leave the gun, take the cannoli. That's right. What up, Becky Wheeler? Good to see you, my man, Ricky Claire. Good to see you. Ricky Claire, good dude. He was a manager of a band that I worked with 10 years ago. Ricky, it's been a decade, bro. So he's really, really great guy.
What's the name of the band?
We'll get into that later.
Dang.
I don't necessarily know. I don't want to cross any red tape,
Dodge.
One of the cool thing is he went to bat for me because there was a night that the lead singer of the band couldn't make it to the show. The flights got delayed. He got delayed. They were going to have to cancel.
Excuses.
Rick reaches out and says, I think Billy can do it. He calls me and goes, Billy, would you be able to fill in for them tonight? And we played at a university. It was like a college tour, which is super cool.
Yes.
I was like, absolutely.
Yeah,
in the back of my mind, I'm like, I have no idea. Yes, I'm going to do it.
I better make this happen.
I'm going to do it.
I better do it.
I'm going to do it because I wasn't in that mindset the whole tour. That was not my mindset. So I was geared into something completely different.
Well, and again, I'm hearing this story, and I know you as you.
Ricky, I will never forget that, bro. That was badass, man. Like that was one of the coolest things ever.
Probably a different person back then.
Oh, completely.
Yeah.
Completely. Everything in my life was different, and everything in my life is better. But it's one of those things where it's everything. It's one of those things where it's definitely a learning process where you don't necessarily know what you're getting into, but you say yes anyway, believe in yourself, and you're going to make it happen, man. So Ricky is an awesome dude. He is tied deeply into the music industry. He is a Cincinnatian, I think, which is super awesome. I met him.
Meaning he's from Cincinnati.
Met him a couple times. He just has such an awesome, he has that X factor. He's just such a cool dude. He's just the kind of guy that not only did I enjoy working with, but it's just cool to hang hang out and talk. You know, brilliant business mind, phenomenal music business mind, was outstanding. So, Ricky, I'll never forget you, my man. That was absolutely awesome, and welcome to the feed.
Well, welcome to the feed.
That's right, baby.
Stay a while.
Yeah, stay a while. Have a beer, a Bud Light, if you will.
Have a Bud Light, y'all.
So, yeah, man, please go to Tornatori's link, click on it, click the like button, let Denny know that that's why you're there. Leave a comment, share the page, all that good stuff, because we definitely want to make a great impact, and we're completely transparent about that. You know, that would be awesome. Boop, we definitely want him to visually see, like, yo, we got a great KitchenKillaz crew. Yeah. Let's make it happen, baby. Absolutely, Ricky. Not a problem, my man. And, yeah, this past Wednesday at Castledore was cool. We did a little flip the pick. We didn't even need to test one, because sometimes we'll do, like, a test flip just to make sure, you know, barometric pressure, winds, things like that.
And then
rain,
sometimes it doesn't
humidity.
land gold side up first, so we're like, oh, that was a test. That was a practice.
It was a test. But we did it last time, and it landed gold side up in the very, very beginning, which is super cool.
First
so
try.
We rocked a little Smile My Love, which was awesome. That was a lot of fun to play. And I got to play three guitars and 3 songs.
That's the song that was really close to number 1 and number 2 was the number 3 song
That's
that
right.
was voted that
That's
night.
right. I got to play 1 guitar in Drop D with Smile My Love. I got to play 1 guitar in Standard with Walkin' Man, and I got to play a 3rd song, a 3rd guitar for Sunkissed.
An unprecedented event for the KitchenKillaz.
Oh, that was awesome,
Billy
man.
played 3 different guitars.
That was a lot of fun. That's normally what a Commodore
show.
does in like a 9-song show.
Right?
He's back and forth with all the
So
guitars,
fun.
and I'm lucky because I get to stick with 1 usually. You know, nice and easy.
I can't wait to get another guitar.
It's gonna be fun. So this past Thursday was prep for Friday. Friday was outstanding. Friday, the great and illustrious Commodore was traversing the world, engaging in many different side missions, because that's how it works. Like, you have your main mission, and then throughout your video game, you have all these side quests. But in order to achieve the main mission, you have to do the side quests. Just the way that it works, man.
And while we're on the subject, while I was doing said side quest, it was a very adventurous side quest. I was literally sick. Not being with my crew. Not setting up, not driving, not cracking a Red Bull and setting up a bunch of guitars and tuning a bunch of stuff and saying hi to people and then playing a full show. And then
didn't you say the 1 minute alarm went off when you were with like a perspective person?
Yes,
that's super cool.
We were with some strangers at their dining room table, and on my phone at 9:04 every Friday night, an alarm goes off playing Michael Jackson's.
Yeah. You got it. I believe in you. We'll figure it out. We're taking over.
Just another part of me. Another part of me. Another part of me.
So good.
That's it.
So
this
good.
starts blaring like loud on my phone.
He knew it was going to happen.
My phone's on silent, but
he knew.
Alarms don't give a shit.
Nope.
So
the truth doesn't care about your feelings.
This Michael Jackson song just started playing really, really loud.
It was awesome.
It was so good. And then my manager and I.
That's the 1 minute warning for us during showtime.
We were talking about doing new things and being nervous about it, and he made the comparison. He's like, "Hey man, don't you get nervous when you go live?" And I was like, "No, I don't." Matter of fact, I get nervous when I'm not there, and we're live. And I literally had butterflies in my stomach because I knew my crew, without me, got to go live, and I was not able to be there.
It was
fast forward to about 10:20.
Easy. We don't want to get there yet. So for those of you that didn't catch the Friday show, the great Commodore was out and about saving the world and fighting rebels, which was super cool. I heard he rode a kimono dragon in the Sahara, and he even developed his own kombucha, which was awesome. And if you've ever stepped foot into a Publix and shopping was a pleasure, you can thank the great Commodore. He is Publix's pleasure coach. So if you've ever experienced amazing amounts of pleasure while you were in a Publix, because henceforth we know this, and now they know this, Publix, shopping is a pleasure.
Well, I mean, it's been their slogan for years. Public, where shopping is a pleasure, but now they know why.
That's
if you
right.
Teach somebody
GW Pomacher, do you have a pleasure coach? Because the Commodore could be your pleasure coach. I'm just saying. If you've ever walked into a Publix and you had a pleasure
coach,
and you had a pleasure shopping, I don't know. He might be the student. We don't really know. We don't know how it rolls, baby. But it was we had a really great time on Friday night, even though the great Commodore wasn't there. It was really cool because everybody in the feed, we were all coming up with different places that you could have been. We had the Mad Scientist was coming up with different ones.
Places.
At the same time, Jack was coming up with something different. At the same time, I was coming up, and then everybody in the food. We even had Dr. Alyssa Rose jump on, Kaluos jumped on, Shane jumped on. Like, we all had different things that the Commodore was doing.
guys are fun.
It was awesome, man. We had a really great time, and what we were able to do, since the Kitchen Killers were not able to provide 2 stellar musicians for a Friday night, we provided 3. So even though the great Commodore couldn't make it, I reached out to our very good friend, and we just chatted about this, Zach Cabral from Castledore Studios.
Thank you, Zach.
And I said, Zach, listen, man, and it was kind of last minute. The great Commodore didn't know that he would be fighting off rebels in the jungles of the Amazon until I think it was Wednesday. So I think it was Wednesday. So we got to Castledore Studios that night.
Bastards.
I was like, what up, Zach Cabral? This is what's going on. I know it's last minute. And Zach even had a gig that night. He was playing at a restaurant opening for a brand new Hawaiian-style eatery in Lake Nona, which was super cool. And he finished that up. Him and the doctor hightailed it to the show. So not only did you guys get to hear some KitchenKillaz songs, but you also got to hear Zach Cabral from Conflicting Motive. He came on and he played 2 songs. Absolutely outstanding, man. Phenomenal lyricist. Great music. Great energy. Just super cool dude. It was really cool standing back for a moment. Like, I like to do this when you play and just like watching the show.
I imagine it's kind of surreal.
It is. It's a little like
Because,
an out of a body
you're
experience.
You're like the main, like, I mean,
It's
not
very
to take
interesting.
anything away from me, but like
Sure.
you're the main part. Like if anyone's talking, it's you. Like you're the guy carrying the show. Like
It's really, Zach asked me about it too.
And then to just like step back and
Yeah.
watch somebody else just like, hell, I don't have to do anything.
It's kind of interesting because
I've
it's
done that
almost
before.
like it's a little nerve-wracking because you're like, hey, here's this thing that the great Commodore and I have literally poured our heart and soul into for the last 2.5 years, and it can be messed up in a moment. Here you go. You got this. So I took a step back, but Zach's outstanding, man. Zach's awesome. He's a true professional. Again, he's not going to do anything to damage his image. He was really he was expressing to myself and Shelly how excited he was that he had gotten asked to perform on a KitchenKillaz show, which was super cool. And Zach Cabral from Conflicting Motive, again, like I said, we weren't able to give you 2 musicians. We gave you 3, and the Commodore wasn't able to join us until the end of the night. We had 4 musicians, but the 3rd musician, which was super cool, and I reached out to him immediately as well, is my good friend Jack O'Connor from Vertebreaker. Awesome dude. He was kind of steeped in that 90s rock, very similar to us.
The same genre we came from.
Yeah, man. And he played an original, and then he played Queen, which was super cool. So he killed it, man. Zach was great. Jack was outstanding, and both of them carried the show. They're both lead singers. They were both able to carry the energy and move it forward. Jack was so cool. He even co-hosted with me for a little bit, like talking to the mad scientist, talking to the host, coming up with different places that you were, joining me like after the song was over. He'd pop back in and we would ditty for a little bit just to keep that energy bebopping. And I even told Jack, I said, hey man, if you want, chat with the mad scientist about, it was either the dessert. Oh no, Shane did dessert. We'll get there. I was like, oh my God. I was like, chat with the mad scientist about the shrimp Creole. I'm going to step off camera. You got this. And Jack's like, okay, cool. So during the show, I was like, hey, I brought them both on. I was like, hey, would you guys talk to each other?
When Billy says you got this, there's always like a slight like, all right,
you're good.
But you know,
yeah,
he's not.
You got it.
He's not
you
gonna,
got it, man.
Going to give you anything crazy.
No, definitely
just
not.
Go with it.
And I'm right there. So like, just in case. And there's been a couple times we've had some other people talking on camera where I'm like, hey, I'm back. What's going on? Wow. You've been great. However, Zach did a great job. Jack did a great job. Jack had a great personality. He was engaging. Oh yeah, there he is. What up, Jack O'Connor? Good to see you, my dude. So Friday was really cool. And we tried to do our best to see if we could. We knew it was going to be different because you weren't going to be there. So I told the doctor, instead of having it being a little different, let's make it completely different. You know, instead of
go big, baby.
That's right, go big. So it was really cool. We had Jack O'Connor there. We had Zach Cabral there. Lewis was there as well. Dr. Alyssa Rose was there. Shane, our hostess, was outstanding, and we had the mad scientist in the house. The mad scientist,
so cute too.
Oh, Shane was 11 out of 10. 11 out of 10.
Why does everyone always pick a number outside of the range?
Oh man, I had to. 10's just not enough. Like 10.999. That's actually in the range. It's not 11. It's 1 to 10. So it covers the whole range of 10. Like there was a theory going around a while ago. I thought it was really interesting. 2 + 2 = 5, which is also true. Do you know why? Let me tell you.
2.6 plus 2.6.
Well, 2.5.
All right.
2.6 and 2.6 is 5.2. Yeah.
As a matter of fact, 2.8 plus 2.8.
Yep.
Is 5.6.
Also 5.
It's 6 actually.
Which is in 5. So it was awesome, man. We had a great time on Friday night. Shane was outstanding. The Mad Scientist was outstanding. We did shrimp Creole over jasmine rice, and he cooked the jasmine rice in a seafood stock instead of in just water, which the flavor was outstanding. Even Kahlua said, man, there's so much flavor in this. And it looks so simple. It was such a simple.
Very simple.
The flavor was you had some. The flavor was unfreaking believable, which was absolutely outstanding. Matthew DeFore, good to see you. Just to let you know, Matthew DeFore, you have competition in the Kitchen Killer Critic Zone. Critic with a C. You most certainly have some competition floating around there because as Shane, when we were at Kaluo's a couple weeks ago and she had the milkshake, I think people were physically, emotionally, mentally falling in love with her as she was expressing how incredibly delicious that milkshake was.
She's very expressive.
She did the same thing on Friday, and both times she proposed to the Mad Scientist. And when we were at Kaluo's 2 weeks ago, she asked the Mad Scientist, "Are you married?" And he goes, "I'm actually engaged." She asked him the same exact question 2 weeks later. And then all the other people that were there that tried the food, they said, "Yeah, we get it."
I need to start learning how to cook, man.
What up, John Hannon? Good to see you.
When we were at Kaluos's,
yeah.
I was shaking around my guitar
Funny
just
to inform
yesterday.
You, good to see my man.
We picked up the guitar to record some stuff for the Patreon. We did some live stuff specifically for Patreon. So if you're part of the
I wanted to talk to you about this. I woke up this morning. I was like, you know what we should do? We should do a listening party for the album before we release it, just for Patreon. We should plug it in just like this. Bring everybody into a private Facebook party and stream the live album to them so they can hear it first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So continue.
I forgot, what was I saying?
The guitar. Yeah.
Speaking of Kaluos's house, we picked up the guitar to record some stuff for Patreon yesterday, and I was shaking my guitar a little bit. I'm like, oh, there's something in my guitar. What could be in my guitar? Let me show you what was in my guitar. Does anyone know what this is?
She had 1,100 she said she had that night?
She had a box this
Dude,
big.
Packed.
Full of these.
Packed with these.
Right?
Oh, my God.
These
Ricky Claire, got to head back into the studio. Message me after the show, please. Much love. You too, Ricky Claire. We'll talk to you soon, my man. Give everybody in the studio my love. I hope to talk to you soon. And again, hope to see you soon. Let's crash your kitchen in Cincinnati. We have yet to crash the kitchen in Cincinnati. Do your thing. Let's work it out. Later, my dude. Yet. So it was so yeah, man. I think that would be really cool to stream the live album to our Patreon members privately to Facebook. Yeah. I think that'd be super chill, man. Yeah. We could even do we're just making this up. We can even do like a $5 thing, like for $5, and we can do it like the February rush or something like that. Like in the month of February, everybody that joins in February for the $5 one gets a live stream of the album before we even put it out. We'll do a live listening party. And it's only $5, man. That's not bad. Ricky Claire says, bring it. That'd be pretty cool. So for $5, you get 3 free shows every week. Sometimes you even get like a live stream show. You get featured restaurants and events. You get discounts on merchandise, which is super cool. You already get all of this. And then for what?
He's so excited.
Yeah.
Keep going, please. Keep going.
And then for $5 in the month of February, we want you to join us in the live listening party.
Yes.
Before the debut of the album. You get a preview of the album before anybody gets it, before it goes anywhere else whatsoever. We'll make a private group. Yeah. Join us in the group. And I think if we did that for the $5 February, that would that's not bad. I like it. $5 February, baby. I knew it would come out if we kept talking about it.
And I'm gonna keep saying this. There's something on the album that you've never heard before.
For sure, baby. It's gonna be nuts.
There's only a handful of people that have heard it.
That's also true. It's gonna be nuts, man.
I'm excited,
and we definitely appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being a part of this. So $5 February, we're thinking about kicking that off literally right now. We're actually making it up as we go along.
It's February, and
it is.
We're the boss, so I mean we could do it right now.
Yeah, it's $5 February. I like it.
Let's high five it.
Bam, high five. See what we just did there? $5 February, baby.
It's like we just had a meeting live.
So if you join the $5 tier on our Patreon anytime during the month of February, you will be invited to a private pre-release screening of our brand new album.
Yes.
That's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. You just make it up as you go along. Michelle Hess says, yes!
That's why it's beautiful to be the boss.
It's fun. It's fun.
We work for Us.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I think that's a really good idea. We're really excited. We just got we got the masters back from Zach Cabral and Castro Studios yesterday.
Yes.
I gave him a listen today.
Zach.
We're going to have a listening party hopefully shortly. We're going to bring Zach over. We're all going to plug into the headphones. We're going to listen to it. We're going to give our feedback, whatever we need to do. And then just before we release it, we should have some release dates for you once everybody listens to it and approves everything.
Close.
We are. It's
close.
a process, baby. You guys know this. We'll make sure to do the pre-release screening party, the listening party for the private group for everybody that joins Patreon, the $5 tier, just $5. Join the $5 tier on Patreon in the month of February, and you are automatically part of the listening party, pre-release before the album goes anywhere, before anybody hears it. You guys hear it first. So yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. So go to patreon.com/KitchenKillaz, and please understand, $5 is huge. It's huge. And it's big for everybody. To us, it's huge, man. We work our money so well.
It's very, very small. It's 17 cents a day.
17 cents a day. I like this new position you have. You're good at breaking things down pretty quickly. I get that. I see what you're doing.
It's actually 16.67 cents a day.
Oh, which is also 16 technically because it's in the range that we just talked about. Mm-hmm. What? So it was So Fridays was awesome. The shrimp creole and jasmine rice was fantastic. Shane made the bread pudding. We had, what was it? It was butterscotch. That's right. Butterscotch and salted caramel whipped cream covered bread pudding.
There was almonds in there too.
Oh,
no.
My
almonds.
God.
Pecans.
Pecans, Jim. And they were candied. I think they were candied pecans.
Everything in that fucking
on
was candied.
Unbelievable. The shrimp creole was fantastic. The bread pudding was fantastic. We ran out of rice. The jasmine rice was gone. I didn't even care. I was eating it by the spoonful out of the pot. It was so good. So the mad scientists absolutely killed it. Thank you guys so much for joining us on Friday night. We had a great time. Another huge shout out to Zach Cabral from Conflicting Motive and Jack O'Connor from Vertebreaker, the mad scientist, Shelley Wheeler, Shane, our hostess, Cluos, Dr. Alyssa Rose, who joined us as well. And at the very end of the show, all of our dreams came to fruition. All of our wishes were fulfilled, and bursting through the door with great energy, the amazing and illustrious Commodore, which was awesome.
That's me.
Right at the very end, sneaking in for a little "You Are My Everything."
So when I was on my way, I texted Shelly. I was like, "Hey,
not while he was driving though.
Not before I
arrive alive.
Driving. And I texted, "I'm gonna be there at 10:20." So like the whole time I'm driving there, I'm just like bursting with energy. I'm upset that I'm not at the show, and now I'm about to be there, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I hope they don't end the show before I get there. So
Come on now.
Shelly,
the same team you were talking to was talking to us.
Keep it going. Keep it going.
Once Shelly was like, he'll be here at 10:20, I'm like, done. So we already had a timeline planned out. I saw what I needed to do and went over to the mad scientist. I tested my timeline with him because he'll tell me. He'll be like, nah, it's not going to work. Tested it with him, told him what I was going to do. He's like, what song do you want to end it with? I'm like, You Are My Everything. He goes, brilliant. Let's do it. That was it, which was super cool. So we got to play an extra song, which was really awesome, and we stretched it out a little bit. But, of course, dude, if we know you're going to be there in 15 minutes, we're going to wait 15 minutes. Like, if you say, I'm going to be there in 22 minutes, we'll wait 22 minutes, too. It's no problem. We had a great time. Friday was a lot of fun, and a huge shout-out to Shane for inviting us and for everybody who was there. Rebecca Morales, great to see you. Thank you for joining us tonight, love. Hope you guys had a really good weekend. You enjoyed your Super Bowl Sunday, which was super, super cool. So that was last Friday. Last Saturday, I got to hang out with Dan and Angie on the It's All Fine and Dangy podcast, which was absolutely outstanding. Dan is a tech guru like myself. He's an IT director for an amazing company. So we got
that's awesome.
We started waxing intellectual immediately, which was super cool. He showed me all this awesome stuff he has in his house. They went through an incredible renovation, and guess what they invested a lot of money in?
The kitchen.
Bingo bongo, baby.
Did you ask him about his Wi-Fi?
I asked him about his Wi-Fi. He's grooving. He's awesome. Yes. He's really good. So I got to hang out with Dan and Angie on the It's All Fine and Dangy podcast, which was absolutely outstanding. What a lot of fun. They did a lot. You should see their podcast room. It's really awesome. Small room, but they did amazing things. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us in there comfortably. It was outstanding.
And one thing, speaking of podcast rooms, one thing that I saw today is I want to just hang curtains over the walls. Just looks cooler.
Yeah. Awesome.
Just hang black curtains.
We'll just have to talk to the boss and see what they say. I like it.
I see what you did there. So good.
So that was really great. Dan and Angie were absolutely fantastic. They are also wanting to introduce us to the owners of Wekiva Island. So they were right by Wekiva River, which was really awesome. They're good friends with Bill and Mary, I believe, from Wekiva Island. They want us to crash their kitchen as well, which is super cool. They said, if you're interested, let me know. I said, this is me interested. I'm letting you know right now. Absolutely, 100%. They wanted to make sure you were available as well. They've already invited us back on the show, which was really great. We got to talk about some really cool stuff. They asked me to play a song at the end, so I did a little Be My Queen, which is one of the Commodore's favorite ones, which is super cool because next time we go back, if we play it, you'll hear an awesome difference because of the harmonies and the guitar parts. Absolutely outstanding. But it was a lot of fun, man. This, what's up?
I haven't written harmonies to that yet. You son of a bitch.
You did it again!
All right, harmonies being written.
Oh
this
man,
week.
so good. It was I had a really good time. This past weekend was a lot of fun. It was interesting that the great Commodore was able to achieve all of his side quests. There was a lot of side quests that had to be taken care of. That had to be prioritized. And that's just the way that it works, man.
And productive.
Yeah,
side quests.
Of course. Yeah. Absolutely. Of course, man.
Goal accomplished.
All the achievement through the side quests ultimately combine for unified evolution through the main quest. It just helps you move faster through the main quest. Now, if you didn't do the side quests, you could still stay on the main quest. However, you're going to move slowly. Because if you go out to the side quest, that's where you get your boosts. That's where you get all your cool little boosts. And when you come back to the main quest, you took a little time to side quest, but when you come back, you got all these boosts. So not only do you catch up with where you would have been if you didn't do that, you shoot further ahead.
Driving everyone else
Boom,
forward.
baby.
You're helping the whole thing progress just by your little side projects.
Side projects, Jim. So this past Sunday was super cool. I got to sit down with the Commodore. We recorded some awesome Patreon content. Which was really, really great.
We did.
We uploaded a brand new Patreon song yesterday. So for those of you that are part of the $25 tier, you get
I think we name dropped every single person in that $25 tier. We said their name.
Oh yeah, in the recording.
We're talking to you.
In the recording, we're talking to you guys. So for those of you that are the $25 Patreon tier members, we uploaded a brand new song yesterday. We also uploaded the menu for this Friday, the poll that will go up tomorrow at noon. It's not even up, but if you're a Patreon member, you already know the songs that are going to be on there. And we uploaded the set list for this Friday, which if you are a sneak peek member, which is the $15 and up, you also get to see what is on the set list for Friday as well. And now, during the month of February, if you become a $5 member, you get to be a part of the private listening party for our first album before anybody else hears it. And we're going to host that right here on Facebook, which is going to be badass. We're going to do that at the end of February, which is going to be awesome. Give everybody some time, to do what they need to do. Jump on in that.
We got to get through my birthday month.
KitchenKillaz, baby.
We got to get through my birthday month.
That's right.
Get all that go-karting out of the way.
Oh, all the go-karting, Jim.
We're going to have a few Bud Lights.
Yeah, many Bud Lights.
We're probably gonna. We won't get into that. We're still on Facebook.
We're still on Facebook. Yeah. After show.
Patreon members. We'll talk about the rest later.
So yesterday, the great Commodore and I sat down. We got to record some songs for Patreon, some brand new content as well. We got to work on a new song as well, just prepping it for its release, which is very, very close. We're thinking February or March. So within the next couple of weeks, we have a brand new KitchenKillaz song coming out. Thank you guys very much for working with us and for sticking with us and the likes and the shares and joining us on the feed. We most certainly appreciate it.
He made me write harmonies for that one too.
Oh, it's so good. So tomorrow we have a poll going up at noon. On Wednesday, we have our first You Pick 2 of the month, which is going to be the two songs or the songs that gain the two highest numerical value. Whatever those songs are. We're going to rock and roll on Wednesday, which is super cool. The great Commodore and I are going to Tornatorious tomorrow. We're going to go see our good friend Denny, shake some hands, and have some awesome stories and pictures for you guys from our experience. And then this Friday and Saturday is we have a busy weekend, sir.
Yes, we do.
Oh, yeah. You want to tell them about it?
We're going to see Kyle Deuce on Friday. We're going to be at Smoke on the Water before we see Kyle Deuce on Friday. Actually, we'll probably see Kyle Deuce, and then we'll go to Smoke on the Water and play at 7 p.m. on that Friday night. And then we'll go see Kyle Deuce, and we'll play again at 9:05.
That's right. We got two shows on Friday night.
Yeah, we're going to hang out with Kyle Deuce for just a few hours, and then we're going to head back.
We're going to get a good night's rest.
We're going to
because we have 2 shows on Saturday.
You didn't
and 2 shows on Friday.
You didn't say a long night's rest.
No.
Good night's rest.
Yeah.
Good night's
quality
rest.
rest.
Over
Quality
there.
recharging.
It'll be a few quality hours of rest.
That's true.
And then we'll head back to Smoke on the
What
Water
up, Kyle?
for a 10 a.m. Show on Saturday.
That's right. And if you guys don't know what Smoke on the Water is, it's one of the largest barbecue festivals in the southeast continental United States.
It's also pretty easy if you just break it down. Smoke.
Yeah, on the water.
Water.
It's so
now imagine
awesome.
Just smoke on top.
Some of the
water.
absolute best barbecue you will ever eat, ever. You can find at Smoke on the Water. And I'm not saying and most of these cooks are. Let me rephrase that. Not all the cooks are from Florida. There are a lot of cooks that are from Florida, but it's one of the biggest barbecue competitions in the states. So Smoke on the Water brings together barbecue professionals from all over the country and some from outside of the country as well. They specifically come to Smoke on the Water because that is, again, one of the most prolific and profound barbecue festivals that happen in the nation. It happens this coming weekend. The Great Commodore and I are going to be playing on Friday night at 7 o'clock, and Saturday morning we get to kick off the main day at Smoke on the Water at 10 a.m. At Smoke on the Water, which is in Winter Haven, Florida, right in Polk County. A huge shout out to you guys. Smoke on the Water is absolutely outstanding, and we got to take a moment and thank Eric Michaels from X 98.3.
Yes.
Eric Michaels and I have been friends for a very, very long time. He is an amazing professional. He has a hilarious sense of humor, and that guy has reached out to us several times. He's put his neck on the line for us, and he has invited us into his studio countless numbers of times. He's been there, is a great fan and friend of ours since the very, very beginning, and he continues to just warm my heart and blow my mind continually.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, great dude. Check out Max 98.3. Every morning, our good friends Mike Lee and Hannah Banana. That's right, and Eric Michaels making it happen every morning, and I think they're from 6 to 10. I believe that they're in there like 4:30 or 5 o'clock in the morning, which is crazy. That's actually Commodore hours
My
right
kind
there.
of people.
That's right, man. So we're going to be at Smoke on the Water this Friday at 7. We have Kyle Deuces at 9:05. 2 shows on Friday night. Saturday morning we get up and we are rocking a 10 o'clock show. We're going to open a 75-minute set at Smoke on the Water this Saturday morning from 10 to 11:15. We're going to hang out for the second band. We're going to break down. We're going to pack up. Then we're headed to Space Coast Comic-Con, which happens in Cocoa Beach this weekend. We have a costume contest. The Great Commodore and I are going to play a little bit of live music at Space Coast Comic-Con this Saturday. And then they have invited us to crash and spend the night on Saturday and get up and just have a good day on Sunday. We don't have to do anything. We have no responsibility. We can do whatever we want. They're just thankful to have us there.
Hang out.
They're covering our entry, and they're putting us up in the beautiful hotel that night.
Nice.
So this weekend is going to be a busy one. It's going to be packed. It's going to be a lot of fun. And a huge shout out to the entire team for making it happen. Shelley Wheeler working tirelessly, as is Jen Hogan, as is Terry McIver, and in this case, Eric Michaels. Thank you very much for Smoke on the Water. That is a huge thing for anybody, for us to be involved in it, not only to play once, but to play twice. Is just outstanding, man. And thank you guys for believing in us and trusting us with the microphones.
We won't let you down.
That's true, baby. Which is super cool. This Sunday, we are actually playing the Razor's Edge Bike Fest at 4 p.m., the Rally for Life in St. Cloud, which is going to be awesome. So not only are we playing Friday night twice, Saturday twice, but we have another show on Sunday at 4 p.m. this weekend. And then on Monday, I'm going to sleep for 24 hours straight. And I don't know what's going to happen emotionally, mentally, or physically.
For 24 hours
Probably
straight.
not. Hopefully, if the other thing goes down that I've been talking to you about, and that's done,
you may be in bed for 24 hours straight.
I hope so. By choice. I hope so by choice. But yeah, man, absolutely. So we have 5 shows this weekend, which is super cool. Wow, holy crap! You said you wanted to play a lot of guitar, right? Here we go. So a huge shout out to the entire team. Jen Hogan, thank you very much for working so hard. Shelley Wheeler, thank you very much for working so hard. The Great Commodore, being absolutely badass, man, working to the bone, baby, burning the candle at both ends. And before we go any further, I want to give another shout out to our sponsor of the evening, our good friend Tornatore's Pizzeria. Absolutely, Denny Tornatore, absolutely incredible chef. They were featured on Restaurant Impossible twice. First Restaurant Impossible went in there. Now, a very small percentage of the restaurants that are visited by a show like Restaurant Impossible survive because they're already in trouble. And they go in and they do their absolute best to bring them back to life. But Restaurant Impossible can only do so much. They light the flame and they hand it off to the restaurant, to the staff, to the crew, to the community. And it is up to the restaurant 100% whether they succeed or not. Well, they did, and they killed it, and they came back stronger than ever. And Restaurant Impossible went back again for a second time to do a follow-up video because Tornatore's found so much success after Restaurant Impossible went in there and was like, yo, you guys have something great here. Let's see what we can do. They molded it. They welded it. They gave it back to Denny, and Denny said, we got you, man. We're going to make this happen. Opened in 2010, and again, featured on Restaurant Impossible twice. You guys got to check it out. It's on Edgewater Drive in Orlando, just as part of College Park. You can go to You can go to TornatoresItalianRestaurant.com. Find them on Facebook. Throw them a like. Please share their page. We really want Denny to know that we have a great community and that you guys are working so hard. So let's rock and roll, baby. Real quick, check us out on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, Facebook, and, of course, Patreon.com/KitchenKillaz.
Do it like announcer style. Hey, check us out on because you got the reverb now.
Oh yeah. Check us out on YouTube, LinkedIn, TikTok, Instagram, and Patreon.com. That's right, /KitchenKillaz. You can head there right now, and for $5, you can sign up for $5 February, where at the end of February, you get to be part of a special listening party. Well, that's right, just you and you alone with the other $5 patrons that sign up this month will get to check out this incredible album before it goes anywhere else.
That's my buddy Billy.
That's right, man. A huge shout out to all of our sponsors: Lakeland Barbecue, Jay Bauer Art, my man Wayne Dench Incorporated out of Sanford, a good friend Jason Sauer, EMS Mobile Detailing, Reese Peacock, Brian Land Imagery, The Flawless Lasagna, and our good friend Denny Tornatore from Tornatore's Pizzeria, baby. This is going to be a little ditty for you. That's right, I've got illicit notes right here, all bad things to say about you, Jen Hogan. I found them on the internet, on an adult site. But this is a little teddy bear. Baby, let me be your teddy bear. Put a chain around my neck, lead me anywhere. Oh, let me be.
Oh, let me be.
Yow! A teddy bear. I don't want to be a tiger, 'cause tigers play too rough. I don't want to be a lion. Lions ain't the kind you love enough. I just want to be your teddy bear. Put a chain around my neck, lead me anywhere. Oh, let me be.
Oh, let it be.
Yow! A teddy bear. Oh, baby, let me be around you every night. Run your fingers through my hair, cut on me real tight. Oh, let me be. Yow! A teddy bear. I don't want to be a tiger. Tigers play too rough. I don't want to be a lion. Lions ain't the kind you love enough. I just want to be your teddy bear. Put a chain around my neck, lead me anywhere. Oh, let me be your teddy bear. Oh, let me be. Yow! A teddy bear. I just want to be your teddy bear. I just want to be your teddy bear. Yes. What's up, everybody?
Do it one more time.
Yow! A teddy bear. Thank you guys for joining us, man. We had a lot of fun tonight. A huge shout out to the entire team, Jen Hogan, to Shelley Wheeler, Terry McIver, hanging with Web Show, Garrett Sage, Dina, Cosplay Michael, and Steven, who normally picks heavy things up and puts them back down. But the last time we were there, he didn't pick anything heavy up.
He
and
wasn't
put
wearing
anything
the shirt.
heavy back down. He was wearing the shirt. He had it on. Oh, yeah. It challenged my entire reality.
Nick, I'm going to take that shirt away from you.
Yeah, we're going to take it away from you, bro.
Take that shirt away from you.
It's coming with us.
So the one thing you got left to do is just go over to the Facebook and you go to Tornatore's and just find that little thumbs up button. You just go boop.
Seriously,
It's just a couple little taps.
please go to
Just a couple
Facebook
little
and
taps.
check out Tornatore's. That's right, Jen Hogan, got him. Check out Tornatore's Facebook page. Please throw them a like. Share their page. We really want Denny to know that we have a great crew, a great community. We're working really hard. We're going to do our best to build his social media. He has promised to do the same thing, so we're really going to help each other together. And the only way for them to see a true impact is by you going to that Facebook page and throwing a like. They post outstanding food. They post incredible recipes, awesome information. It's no spam. It's nothing that you couldn't use that wouldn't most certainly motivate you to fall more in love with all types of food. It's not just Italian food. It's not just a pizzeria. That is most certainly an understatement. So check out Tornatori's Pizzeria on Edgewater in College Park. And thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight, man. We got a really great week coming up, a really busy week, which I'm looking forward to. We got the You Pick 2 on Wednesday, 2 shows on Friday, 2 shows on Saturday, and a show on Sunday. So thank you guys for all your hard work. We most certainly appreciate it. And find us on Facebook, find us on Instagram, find us on TikTok, all that good stuff, man, on LinkedIn. That's right, baby, making it happen. Anything else for them, Commodore? What do you got? You want to talk about anything you experienced this weekend? You want to talk about things? You want to talk about...
I watched the Super Bowl yesterday.
How'd it go?
I think it went well.
So, how did it go?
How did it go? Well, I said in the beginning, I which is what I normally say to really big games. Like, I start paying attention when it's like playoff time, when the games really matter and people are getting all excited. I just like people getting excited, get excited for cool stuff that happens.
Yeah.
So the beginning of the game is like, I don't really care who wins. I just want to see some cool stuff happen.
I want to see a cool game.
I want to see some tiptoe in the corner of the end zone,
yeah,
grabbing it like
some one hand like
coach challenge.
Yeah, making it happen.
God, overturn! Like I want to see.
There's the flags,
some stuff.
Yeah,
some
good stuff.
That was my thing.
Some incredible sports people doing incredible sports things.
I want to see some athleticism.
Yeah, some awesome stuff, some diving catches, some awesome spins and twirls, and like just some cool throws.
It wasn't before the first quarter was over. So like I want the Chiefs to win.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
And yes, this sounds great now that I know the Chiefs won.
Sure.
But I was watching Mahomes.
Is
Mahomes
he
play. Mahomes is the quarterback
for the Chiefs. Gotcha.
He's 24 years old.
Wow.
This kid, and he's your spunky little 24-year-old player. He's obviously really really good, but he's like there for the team. Like he wants the team to succeed. Like you can see
he's not about building his own stats. He wants the team to win.
And you can notice that. I noticed it last time I watched him play. So like I was watching him play, and I'm like, man, this guy wants it.
He's killing it.
And he wasn't the one that won the game.
Good. He wasn't supposed to be.
But his team, like they were behind 10-20. They came back and won 31-20.
Going into what quarter?
I think before the half they were at 10-20.
So they were
going into the second half of the game. They came back.
49ers had them doubled up.
Kept the 49ers at 20.
Happens a lot, man.
31 to 20.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Good for them. It's awesome to see cool comebacks like that. And it's not surprising because a lot of teams are what they call first half teams or second half teams. Like the 49ers are clearly in the Super Bowl, they were a first half team. They brought their A game and they killed it all the way to halftime. And then what happened? Who knows? Nothing else worked for them.
They didn't score another point.
Not another point.
And
not two, not three, not seven, not one, nada.
Not a lot of people like the Patriots. Not a lot of people like the Patriots, but they are our fourth quarter team.
That's true.
They analyze, they figure it out. They're like, oh, this is what they're doing.
Dude, by the time you get to the end of the game, Belichick's got you down.
Yeah.
He knows what you're going to do before you do it.
I think that's what happened for the Super Bowl.
Good for them, man. That is awesome. A huge shout-out to the Kansas City Chiefs for making it happen. And FYI, there was a lot of really crazy stuff going on today. There was a lot of, like, funny posts and people talking about that somebody had applauded the state of Kansas for an amazing Super Bowl win. There were a lot of people making fun of the person that did that, and I'm thinking, okay, where would you think Kansas City is? Exactly. And did you know there are 2 of them? There's one in Missouri and one in Kansas. And also, did you know they're only 3.3 miles apart? And there is a huge I looked this up today because I want to learn about it. There was an amazing there was almost like a territorial fight for the name between both of these states, Missouri and Kansas, fighting for the rights, fighting for like the accolades of being Kansas City.
And how did Missouri take it?
3.3 miles away, 7 minutes. Well, they're a fourth quarter team.
Kansas.
It was
like, why wouldn't Kansas City be in Kansas?
And it is. There is a Kansas City in Kansas, and there's also a Kansas City in Missouri. So I would say this: let it go. It's okay. Educate yourselves, please. Look over and understand. I would say most of the people that posted about it today, they had no idea Kansas City was in Missouri, but they just love to talk shit. You know, it was so funny to me. I'm going. Most of you probably didn't even know Kansas City was in Missouri. So a huge shout out to the state of Missouri for having such a great team, and 3.3 miles away to the state of Kansas for having such a great movie. I mean, seriously, bro, that's what Kansas City thought. We're not in Kansas anymore. No, it's crazy.
Okay. That took me way too long.
So thank you guys for joining us tonight, man. The Super Bowl, I heard it was really great. I watched all the commercials today. You know, like I made sure to check out all the commercials.
There was a combination of commercials. I can categorize them into 3 different categories. One was the heartfelt ones, like the
Google one, bro. Did you hear the Google one?
I mean, I remember seeing a Google commercial and it was good. I don't remember what it was.
He asked Google, what's the best way to remember things? And he started telling Google, and you could tell he was an older voice. It was an older voice. It was an older man, and he's telling himself, he's going through memories of like his wife and like him in their relationship and when their anniversaries were and what she liked and the things that she said, so he wouldn't forget. You know, it was really cool. It was very heartfelt. The music added a lot to it. You know, but he was like, remind me that she made fun of my mustache. And then, you know, like that would come up, and he's like, "Show me pictures of our anniversary." He's like, "I remember she used to snort when she laughed." And Google's like, "I'll remember that." And he's like, "Remind me this." And Google's like, "I'll remember that," which is super, super cool, man. Like that's awesome because one of the things that I think about when there's a loss of life, when there's a passing, is the fact that hard drive of information, those experiences, those memories, all of those ideas, the dreams, the things that they just got to, the amazing things they got to do as they lived, is you can't back it up. You can't go back and watch these cool videos and memories of somebody who like an older great-grandfather who passed and see what coming into Ellis Island was like.
And they're always fading.
Yeah.
They're always...
How crazy is that?
The memories are always
getting... So in this case, we're getting to the point where we can like have a digital assistant remind us of things just in case we do forget. That was a heartwarming commercial, man. I saw a couple of them. That was a good one, dude.
So you got the heartwarming commercials, the ones that really get you right here, and Google wasn't the only
one.
Right
in the feels, baby.
Then you got
Jen Hogan says,
whatever
right?
Everyone was looking for is the funny ones.
Yeah.
Like there were some commercials on there that had me rolling. I mean, granted, some of that might have been the company I was keeping.
Yeah,
and
the environment. Sure.
But some really, really funny commercials.
I saw one a couple weeks ago, and then I didn't realize it was a Super Bowl commercial, and it was with Chris Evans, and it was with John Krasinski, and it was with a female comedian, and I've seen her many, many times, and her name escapes me. I actually just learned her name today. I've seen her forever. She was even on Saturday Night Live. She was with Will Smith on Saturday Night Live. They did like the cheerleaders, which was super cool, man. Absolutely outstanding, absolutely hilarious. And they were talking about parking a car in a very small parking space. Mm-hmm. So like they're pulling in, and the car to the right is parked too far to this line, and the car to the left is parked too far to this line. There's no way you can pull in and get out of the car.
Yes, I can.
Yeah, so John Krasinski is there. He pulls up in a Hyundai, which is what the commercial's for. And before them, another driver pulled up, looked at the parking space, and kept on going because Chris Evans was standing. He's like, "You can't park there." You know, it's like it was heavy Bostonian, you know, which is super cool. So the guy drives away, and then John Krasinski pulls up, and Chris Evans and the other actors, they go, "Yay, you can't park your car there. You can't do it." And John Krasinski's like, "I can park my car there. I can do that." And he's like, "No, you can't park there. There's not enough room." He's like, "I got Smart Park." He's like, "You got what?" He's like, "I got Smart Park from Hyundai. My car got Smart Park." You know, it's just so hilarious. It was so cool. They did such a great job, man. It was so funny to watch that. I was just laughing the whole time. It was just so funny, man. It was really, really
Perfect
good.
example of one of the hilarious commercials.
And all those three are fantastic. Like Chris Evans is a fantastic actor. John Krasinski's fantastic. Like they're all really, really good, man. Yes, Rachel Dratch. Yeah, Shelley Wheeler. That's what I'm talking about. Talik Jimenez. Good to see you very much.
So the third category of commercials that
we have heartfelt. We have funny.
Heartfelt, and then you have funny.
Okay.
And then the third kind of commercials is like, what did I just watch?
What just happened there?
What was that? And how did that even remotely tie into what you're advertising? What is wrong with you?
Do you have an example?
No.
Because I went to a couple websites today, and I tried to watch all the...
I had a lot of activities yesterday.
Yeah. I know. Affects the memory.
But there were a lot of instances where you start watching this commercial
$5,
and
by
you're
the
like,
way.
all right, I'm not really sure what this is about. And then at the end, they're like bubble yum watermelon flavor. I'm like, what?
You're like, I don't
what
even.
What
that
are
doesn't
you
even.
Talking about that?
Three types.
The commercial
Heartfelt.
made no sense, and it had nothing to do with what you're advertising.
Dude, they're so expensive. Super Bowl spotlights, Super Bowl spots, 15 seconds, 30 seconds. You're talking millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah, for shit that don't make sense.
It's like, what are you trying to tell me? What
money.
are you trying to sell me? What am I trying to buy? Like the Hyundai car, I was like, wow, that's really cool.
That's
I
great.
want a Hyundai car with Smart Pack. Like I really want that, and I want the AI voice in the car to be Bostonian. Like I want it to have that.
Dude, I think they sold it.
They better.
Like they better have that
and
available.
The
after
Google
that
Assistant was really cool. It was cool to learn. I learned about 3 different assistants this weekend. I learned about Apple's assistant, Google's assistant, and Alexa, Amazon's assistant. And I got to talk with an IT guy who has done a ton of research. You know how you like to do research before you make a purchase?
Yes.
This dude did research, and he did testing of 3 AIs, 3 house-based AIs to manage lights, locks, anything like that, radio. What do I have going on today? Such and such.
And what were his findings?
Go with Amazon. You can get twice the equipment, best technology, half the price. Oh yeah. Because he's an Apple guy. He loves Apple.
Say monopoly?
So he started with Apple, but he said Apple they didn't have that many compatible devices. So it wasn't compatible with a lot of stuff that he wanted to do. They promised to bring it online in 6 or 8 months. Here's a year, 2 years, but it just didn't have a lot. He said Google's was pretty good, but it just wasn't as reliable and as tied in as Alexa. Now his wife, who is there, she is a little more she's a little more of a naturalist, where she kind of sees this as invasive, a little invasive. Where he sees this as it's a wave of technology.
Embrace the future, people.
It was really incredible. He says, and of course he tested it a couple times, but he would say Alexa really quietly because he knows that she would answer. If you say, "Hey Alexa," she answers. So he was he goes, so I would set it to say, "Hey Alexa," so we understand, and she wouldn't because she'll do it. So he did a couple things with like these beautiful LED lights he had in his kitchen. He's like, hey Alexa, turn the cabinet lights on, make them red. And then the white lights would go down, and then the red lights would come up, the LEDs underneath the cabinets. He said they have, at the end of the night, he goes, "Hey Alexa, it's bedtime." She locks all the doors. She turns all the lights off in the other rooms, turns the light up in the bedroom, and like sets the whole house. So the doors are locked, everything's taken care of, everything is closed, all the lights are off, which is super cool. And it's coming. It's happening. It's going on right now, and I'm super, super excited.
I am excited as well because I'm excited to have some of those features and wherever I may be dwelling.
And for those of you that are watching this on a digital device and you think that may be invasive, you carry one with you all the time anyway, so you have nothing to worry about.
They hear everything you say.
Awesome and terrifying. Oh, yeah. No, I agree. Yep, that's me. Yep, love Apple, but Amazon kills it. Have them in every room. Excellent. Thank you. Oh, that's Dan. That's him.
Dan.
That's Dan.
Hi, Dan.
Yeah, what's up, Dan? Dan, dude, so cool. I learned so much, bro. And I said, just to let you know, I bid on a house only like 8 minutes away from here. I'm probably going to reach out to you. Like, is that cool? He's like, heck yeah, man, reach out to me. Like, he did such thorough research. He didn't just look it up. Like, he got the pieces and tried it himself to see what would be the best thing to do. And like he said, he's a Mac guy. There's not many Mac guys, just because it's not as entangled as Windows-based operating systems and hardware. But a super cool IT guy. We got to nerd out immediately. Like, I saw his thermostat. I was like, yep, this is going to be so much fun. Bro. Oh, yeah.
A programmable one?
FYI, the house that I bid on also has a smart thermostat. It is super cool.
Add it.
Dan showed me an application on his phone where you can see everything running, everything on, the temperature. You can see everything. You can see all the power. You can see the consumption. You can see everything. It's so cool. So freaking cool. And he has a beautiful kitchen. Oh, yeah. As I told you, they renovated their house. And once you walk in, it's beautiful. And they're still renovating it. So outside, they still have to do some painting and some stuccoing. They still have to do some priming. But once you walk in, what a fantastic place. What a fantastic place. I had such a great time on Saturday. You're really going to dig these dudes. Like, they're really, really cool. Like, Dan and Angie were absolutely outstanding, man. Absolutely outstanding. And their kitchen, it's weird because now that's the first thing I see. Anytime I walk into any place, it's a nice kitchen you got there.
Nobody's going to think that's weird.
Let me get up in that kitchen, dog. But we had such a good time, man.
Like
Saturday was a lot of fun. I invited them to be a part of the show, so I'd love to have them be guests on the show as well, which is really cool. Sit down at the table. We'd love to have both you guys to join us. It was super, super cool to have you to be guests on somebody else's podcast. They poured their heart into It's All Fine and Dangy. They really did. Like, they went all out. I talked to them about their microphone rigs, all their microphones, their headphones. We were doing some diagnostics while we were there. He's He's explaining his editing process. What they did with a small room was fantastic. They used their space so great. And again, there were 5 of us in there, and we were all sitting comfortably. We had plenty of room. I even had room to play guitar. Like, no problem. It was super cool, man. I'm excited to take you to 2 places. Number 1 is that place. Number 2 is the other place that we talked about just a little earlier. That place was like Toys R Us for adults. It was crazy. Oh, and Toys R Us for adults the other way as well, FYI. When you walk in there, there's 3 different types of stores. It's incredible. On the left is the adult. In the middle is the normal 21 and up. This is an enjoyable item adult. And on the right is that's completely out of this world and very interesting, new to me, but very cool adult, which is really awesome, man. So yeah, we'll talk about that in a little while, maybe in the after show. What up, Sarah? Good to see you. And again, thank you guys for joining us tonight. Any final words, good Commodore?
No, I just wanna thank everyone for tuning in on Friday, even though I wasn't there. It was very sad to not be there, but I got to show up at the end, so that was nice for you to lengthen the show so I could hang out.
Yeah,
for
of course,
the end
man.
Of the show.
Dude, it was cool to have Zach there. It was cool to have Jack there. Like, they did such a great job, man.
Yeah. Let's do that too. Thank you, Mr. Zach Rabrow, for helping out with the show.
Close enough.
Thank you, Mr. Jack Connor from Vertebreaker for helping out with the show.
Also
really
close enough.
Your support. I'm not going to miss any more shows, okay?
Yeah, baby.
Thanks.
So thank you guys very much for tuning in on this Monday night. And again, a huge shout out to Tornatore's Pizzeria, our good friend Denny Tornatore on Edgewater Drive. There's Anthony Bencomo. What up, Biggie? Good to see you, my dude. Deli Fresh Threads. Giving a huge shout out to my man, Biggie Bencomo. He is the sandwich king, baby. The sandwich meister, if you will. The sultan of sandwiches. Tell me I'm lying.
I was wondering where you're going with that, but you pulled it off.
Yeah, thanks, man. Huge shout out to you guys. We love you. We will see you soon. Check out tomorrow. We have a poll going up at noon with 5 songs on them. You vote on them Wednesday night. We play them. This Friday, we are going to be at Smoke on the Water from 7 to 8:15. Then we're playing our good friend Kyle Deuce's house at 9:05. We get up Saturday. We head back to Smoke on the Water for a 10 o'clock show. We then head to Space Coast Comic-Con, which is in Cocoa Beach. This Saturday, we're working on a gig on Saturday night. And then we get up on Sunday and we head to the Razor's Edge Bike Fest at 4 p.m. for the Rally for Life in St. Cloud. So we are all over Florida this weekend. A huge shout out to Shelly Wheeler for keeping us on track, keeping us moving and grooving. A huge shout out to Jen Hogan for keeping us extremely busy. She said this year was going to be busy, baby. It is only February.
We're playing Smoke on the
Water. And we have played Smoke on the Water. So
check out Natural Disaster by Zach Brown Band. Listen to that entire song right in the middle.
That's right.
Let's play Smoke on the Water.
So we will see you guys Wednesday at 7:05. And again, please check out Tornatore's Pizzeria, 3818 Edgewater Drive in Orlando, Florida, 32804. Right outside College Park. Their number there is 407-292-2248. And you can also check them out at Tornatore'sItalianRestaurant.com. Find them on Facebook. Throw them a like. Throw them a share. You can even join us in July as we try to manifest our destiny. We crash Tornatore's Pizzeria on a Friday night. Come in for some awesome food, some tasty drinks, some outstandingly local desserts, which is super cool. They partner with a lot of local partners right by them for desserts. And all the stuff they make is handmade and made in-house. Bingo, that's right. We have a full feature this Wednesday, 7:05. Right. We're going to be at Island Time. Good call. Good call. We are going to be at Island Time on Washington Street by Lake Eola Drive this Wednesday at 7:05. We're doing a full feature. We're going to be there with the owner, Devin. He's going to be featuring 4 individual entrees covering all the span of dietary restrictions. So we have a vegan option, a vegetarian option. We also have a light protein, and we have a heavy protein. And we're going to be pairing those, not necessarily pairing, but featuring alongside of those 4 specialty drinks that they have there, which were outstanding. The great Commodore and I joined them just a couple weeks ago, which was absolutely phenomenal. You had the cauliflower steak. I had the oxtail. They were both absolutely fantastic, and we even tried some of the popsicle like
champagne.
Wine, popsicle champagne.
What do you?
So
there was
good, dude.
In the champagne.
We did three different flavors. We had a ginger mango, or what was the ginger one that you had? We had 3 of them.
I think that's right. Mango ginger.
Oh, so good,
and there
bro.
was a strawberry one.
The
And
strawberry one was,
a,
and the blackberry, was it?
one.
Oh, so good. So you have these like frozen ice popsicles, which are also locally sourced, put into fresh, bubbly champagne, and you swirl around the popsicle, and it becomes this amazing culmination of flavor. It's absolutely outstanding. We're going to be there this Wednesday night, right on Washington Street in downtown Orlando. Absolutely fantastic place. Been owned and operated by our good friend Devin for 5.5 years. So we're going to be there at 7:05 doing a full hour feature. 4 entrees, 4 delicious drinks. Come down to Island Time, Island Time, on Washington Street this Wednesday night. Try some food. We're going to have some free food out there as well. Come on camera. Try some of the amazing entrees that they're going to be featuring. Try some of the free drinks that they're going to be giving out. And, guys, every time we feature something on the show, we give it away. We don't need it on the show. Nope. As soon as we talk about it, we have somebody try it, and it's theirs.
Here you go.
So if you want something, come up and try it, man. We're going to have some really, really great food, some delicious drinks, and we're going to be streaming on the patio from Island Time on Wednesday night at 7:05.
The weather's going to be great.
It's going to be fantastic.
Excited about that.
Really excited. Really looking forward to it. It's going to be such a wonderful evening. And we have a busier week than the whiteboard says we had. But Shelly pulled it up at the very end. She pulls the nose up, baby, and reminds us that we have a feature this Wednesday night because I forgot.
I was wondering why there was this little white space on the whiteboard.
What's that white space for?
There's not any writing right here.
She never leaves white space.
Did we miss?
That's crazy. With all this stuff going on, that's right. Island Time this Wednesday at 7:05. Absolutely fantastic. You guys got to try it out. If you're in the Orlando area, try it out. If you're not in the Orlando area, get your ass on a plane, a bus, a train, a car, walk, take a freaking carrier pigeon, fly an eagle, or ride a freaking dragon, and find yourself in Orlando at Island Time.
Why did you point at me when you
because
said
you
dragon?
rode a dragon Friday night in the Sahara. You trained a dragon. Fire-breathing dragon.
I didn't realize you told everybody that.
Well, I didn't know what was a secret. You were like, hey, I'm not going to be able to make it to the show. One of the many things I'm doing is training a dragon.
Like, where did you get a dragon?
Well, it's not your dragon. You just trained the dragon. You've given the dragon back to the owner. Yeah.
Maybe I need to rewatch Friday's show.
It's been a fun night. Thank you guys so much for joining us, man. We love you, and a huge shout-out to everybody that has made this possible. Shelly Wheeler, Jen Hogan, Hanging with Web Crew, Terry McIver, thank you guys so much. Allison and Sarah, thank you guys so much. Biggie Bencoma was in here. We had Dan Fox from It's All Fine and Danji in here as well. A huge shout-out to you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Our good friend Ricky Claire also making it happen. Thank you for sharing your Monday night with us. Have a wonderful week, and we will see you up close and personal, baby. Wednesday night, 7:05, live from Island Time.